Is Melancholia from 2011, directed by Lars von Trier, starring Kirsten Dunst, Charlotte Gainsbourg, Kiefer Sutherland, Alexander Skarsgård. Quick logline: two sisters find their already strained relationship challenged as a mysterious new planet threatens to collide with Earth. So this is a pretty heavy, dark movie. And I think I chose it as my wild card is because I think this is the movie that fully galvanizes kind of the somber, serious, kind of sad persona that I now associate with Kristen Dunst. So, like we talked about Marie Antoinette kind of being the beginning of that, perhaps, like this is sort of elevating that and further grounding that even more so. So, everything after that, at least up till now, Power of the Dog, what have you, has been kind of in the same mold. But there is something. I mean, it's a disturbing movie, obviously. It has so many layers of kind of, what's happening to our planet. It's about relationships between sisters and fathers and daughters and love. It has a lot on its mind. It's slow pacing and can be quite frustrating and grating, but I think it does have this kind of really haunting effect. And I think she kind of embodies that. And otherwise, I think this movie would be very difficult to watch. But I think we are coming back on the same theme, is that even though she's playing a serious character, the lightness and the brightness that she always carries is still there. And that's why you care. That's why you invested. Otherwise, you wouldn't care. And so yeah, that's to me the power of this movie. But it's a hard one. I don't know if you'd seen it before.
I had not seen it before, and it definitely was. It's a tough watch movie, and it's about depression is the
Yeah.
point of the film, and
Yeah.
it definitely was. As someone who associates, and still to this day, Kirsten more with like the Bring It Ons, it was very shocking to see this, even knowing that the movie was going to be very somber, of
Mm.
just having her be so depressed, devoid of emotion and all these things that I expect to see and energy that I expect to see in Dunst. But obviously, the point of the movie, it's about people that are depressed, so they don't have those things. So that actually made it the casting at least work for me because it affected me more seeing an actress that I don't associate with being the sad girl in things. Being the sad girl made me like, wow, like this is, I feel really bad for her then because I know what she could be if she was free of this depression. But yeah, I did find the movie not very engaging. It's a little too arty for me. I'm not a big Lars von Trier fan, and it's just also sad. Just that I kind of took the message of the message of the movie is depression is something you need to just embrace and be calm in the face of this because there's nothing you
Yeah.
can do, which is
Yeah.
sad. Like her sister, when the world's ending, her sister's like panicking and trying to do all these things and fight against it. And Kirsten Dunst is sort of like, well, it's gonna end. Let's just kind of embrace it and go with it. And that's sad. It's just like a sad message, It's
Yeah.
but I've never dealt with depression on that level that she's dealing with this movie, so I'm sure though that resonates with people that have been that seriously affected their mental health in that way. But it's sad sort of message of the movie that there doesn't seem like there's anything you can do in those situations.
Sadly, yeah. And
Yeah.
that probably is true at times. But yeah, you're right. Like I can't even imagine, like for me, I joined Kristen's career sort of later. So this
Hmm.
feels like the gradual sort of next step. So to watch this, if you've known her as the Bring It On girl, like,
Yeah.
I can only imagine how jarring. And the fact that she still landed and made sense, like that's, I guess, testament to her performance.
Exactly. No, I think it is. She works well in that movie in that way, and I think she can still operate on that level. It's not like I felt she wasn't authentic.
No.
It wasn't that it was at all. It was jarring, and maybe that's what they were going for in the casting choice, or she wanted to evoke that in the viewers too.
Now I feel
But
like she's been building up to
to
this
that,
movie, and then it sort of, transitions completely. But it's been happening since Marie Antoinette, I feel
hmm
like. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hi there, it's Alex. If you like the review and discussion Karan and I just had, make sure you subscribe to our channel, Movies That Shaped Us, to get full episodes. Every other Wednesday, Karan and I review a new release and then discuss 6 other movies made by that film's actor or director and how they shaped us. Subscribe right now or follow our podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts via the link in the description below. Hope you join us for the journey.